On an ordinary Tuesday afternoon, John came home from work as usual. His dog greeted him with its typical enthusiasm. After kicking off his shoes, John made his way to the kitchen. On the way, he noticed something odd. His lamp, usually sitting by the TV, now appeared completely two-dimensional. Curious, he approached the lamp and examined it closely. As he reached out to touch it, everything suddenly went dark. When he came to, he found himself in a hospital room. Doctors informed him that he had been in a coma for the past 3 months. The life he had been living was nothing more than a figment of his imagination.
The lamps are not real.
Our brains are clever meat machines, and they are constantly taking information from the world around you and turning all those stimuli into electrical signals that your brain interprets as an experience. But how do we know if the lamp is real? A good example of our brains creating false realities is dreams. I'm sure most, if not all people watching this video, have had vivid dreams of murdering someone and waking up and thanking God that it wasn't real. But if the only distinguishing factor between the dream and real life was waking up, how was the dream any less real? If you stayed within that dream for the rest of your life, you would believe that was objective reality. You wouldn't have any basis for anything else. So how do you know if the lamp is real? Well, fun fact, you fucking don't. I don't know, leave me the fuck alone. I'm not God, although you need to wake up. This is all a dream, wake up. You've been in a coma for 10 fucking years. Your children miss you. Anyway, the idea that our experiences may be an illusion isn't just some quirky thought made up by some teenager who thinks they are at the center of the universe. It is a genuine idea that determines the nature of our reality. We often just take our sensory experiences at face value, believing that they reflect an external, objective reality. However, there are a few philosophical ideas such as solipsism that challenge our experiences. Although if you're a semi-functioning human, you would understand that I'm the only real person and that you're all figments of my imagination. Anywho, this along with simulation theory suggests that our perceptions might be entirely subjective, or that we may be living in a highly advanced simulation. Side note, if we are living in a simulation, Mark Zuckerberg was a dead fucking giveaway. That guy was the first iteration of the simulation, and they forgot to remove him. Although recently I think he got a firmware upgrade. Just search up Mark Zuckerberg for me, alright? Okay, so now that we have some pretty whack job conspiracy theory ideas, how do we go about testing their validity? One way of potentially navigating through this existential clusterfuck that we call reality is through consistency. Remember those vivid dreams I was talking about? Well yeah, they have a little flaw in them. They aren't consistent. If you look at a clock within a dream, note the time, look away for a second, and take the time again. The time should have completely changed by a large amount. Now give that a go right now. Did the time change drastically? If so, I'm sorry to tell you, you are still asleep and you need to wake up. Our experiences need to be self-consistent with our own personal observations and with other people's. For example, when John touched that lamp, he woke up inside a hospital. This experience is inconsistent with previous observations of his and other people's reality, as when other people touch lamps, they don't wake up from a fucking coma. Even if we entertain the idea that our reality might be an illusion, we still must live our lives based on the experiences and interactions we have. For practical purposes, engaging with our reality as if it were real helps us function and make decisions. The goal might not be to resolve the ultimate nature of a reality, but to navigate it effectively. Philosophers like René Descartes have grappled with similar questions. Descartes famously doubted everything he knew to find an indubitable foundation for knowledge, concluding with the phrase, cogito ergo sum, I think, therefore I am. His approach highlights the role of self-awareness in establishing a baseline for understanding reality. Regardless of the nature of reality, the sheer joy of experiencing life is a gift in itself. So step outside and marvel at the beauty of a sunset, forge new connections with others, share kindness with a stranger, or dance naked in the rain. We only have one chance at this, so make the most of it. Don't get caught up in questioning what's real. Focus on the joy and wonder of being alive. Wake up each day with gratitude and make the most of your time. Laugh hard, run fast, be kind, and let every experience remind you of the wonder and mystery that surrounds you.